Okay, hi guys. Let's start off with a unique concept in Partnership Act, especially in dissolution, where we have a concept called piecemeal distribution. Under this, there are two methods of solving sums. This was part of our CA Inter, like I said, brought down to CA Foundation New Syllabus accounts. The two methods are called maximum loss method and relative capital method. Anybody who's even skipping partnership fully, doesn't matter. These two methods are a unique way of solving, and sometimes this can be an exam question. In Inter, any one method will come for 120 marks question or 15 marks question. Okay. Today we will be addressing what is piecemeal distribution, why we have these two methods, and I will teach you maximum loss method and we will do one sum. I will teach you concept in detail, I will solve it, you will understand. Next sum you do by homework, practice, all sums are the same concept. Okay. Relative capital method you will see in part 2, separate discussion, the separate type of method. Now, let's come to a normal dissolution sum. What do you do in dissolution? Every sum, whether insolvency or not insolvency, every basic sum you will prepare one realization account. First you will transfer all assets over on the debit side, then I will transfer all the liabilities on the credit side, and then you will start doing settlement. Towards the ending, you will see if there is realization profit or realization loss, and accordingly transfer to the partners, and then you will make them settlement in the partners capital account. Correct? Now, that means I have to sell all the assets and pay all the liabilities. Correct? Only after I do all of that only you will find realization profit or loss. In reality, how long will this take? This process will take how long? Months, years. It takes years. Because imagine this classroom is there, guys. I have chairs, this camera, light, this system, bottle, and lights, AC, all of that. Imagine we have to dismantle this classroom, close it. So we have to sell all the assets. How long will it take to sell every single asset in this? Will I have buyers ready? Hey, they're going to sell the classroom. Come on, share immediately. I will buy out. No, it will take months, or even classroom might take some months. We will find buyers. But for a partnership company, one big factory with so much plant equipment, it will take years to sell. Correct? Then will the partners wait for me to prepare the realization account? Wait for 2 years for settlement? That means all the sums of dissolution, inherently it's a wrong concept. In all the sums, I am assuming on the same date, you sold all the assets and settled liabilities. Is that practically possible, guys? No. That's the biggest problem. That is why for that problem, we have this solution. So basically what we are doing in dissolution, if you see, dissolution of partnership, in all the sums, you are assuming that on a single date, all assets are sold, all liabilities settled, partners are paid, which is not true. In reality, what will happen? This day, I would have sold the car. This day, I would have sold debtors. After 1 year, I would have sold the land. Again, after 6 months, I would have sold the stock. Correct? So, different days, I will sell the asset. Now, two options. Do I wait for selling everything? In the ending, I will pay the partners, or should I pay whenever I sell? Proportionately. Ending means how long they will wait. Then who will keep, after selling, this money is coming, who will keep the money? You are saying you pay the money in the ending. I am selling the car 2 years back. Who will keep that money? Can I keep it? Are you getting the point, guys? That means piecemeal distribution means they are saying all assets and liabilities are never sold on the same day. They are sold on different day. So today if I am selling car for 500, irunda kaasa vechu I will give the people. That's it. This 500 I will give to the existing creditors, existing partners proportionately. Then next the debtors gave me 1000. That 1000 I will give to people on those days. Are you following, guys? That is called piecemeal distribution because that's more logical. Now you are understanding the logic, guys. In the piecemeal distribution, there are two ways to account it. Both methods, same answer. Okay. Two methods to account, that is called maximum loss method and relative capital method. Today we are going to see maximum loss method. Okay. For this, there is no particular format. If you look at the study mat itself, two sums, they are done in two different formats. You can do in your own template of working note if you understand the concept. No need to prepare ledger. The idea is very simple. Let's take one question. Let me take illustration 7. Okay. If you look at illustration 7, okay, they are saying the total assets is 48,500, cash is 500, liability creditors is 2,000, A's loan is 5,000, capital account of ABC is 15,000, 18,000 and 9,000. The assets, unlike other sums, we got on different day. First installment I got 1,000, second installment I got 3,000, third installment I got 3,900. Like that, totally I got how much? 34,000 I got. But I need how much? 49,000. That means what is my loss? 15,000 loss. On the face I can find, see, 49,000 is the total of assets. But after selling assets, you got only 34,000. That means I have a shortfall of 15,000 rupees. This loss, who has to bear and when they should bear? But this loss is on the last day. Each of this installment is on a different day. How do I account is the question. Are you following, guys? And each stage. So what they are saying, they are making one assumption in this maximum loss method. The name itself gives you the hint. Maximum loss. Okay. They are saying, for example, first in our example, they sold the car. They got how much? Assume after this, you will not get anything else. Assume that rest of all the assets you are unable to sell. Assume that after selling all the assets, I got only 500 rupees. What is the maximum loss I will have? Find out, share the loss. Are you following, guys? So every time you sell an asset and get the money, you have to assume this is the last. It's like saying, sir, this is my last attempt, sir. After this I will pass. We will always assume this is the last attempt. But reality we know. Final, inter, foundation, correct? We will all think June or September or Jan, that is my attempt. But reality we will wait. Like that we will assume, this is the last asset I am going to sell. After this I will not get any money. If this is the last leftover 500 rupees, who will take this? Are you following, guys? That is the method. So I will teach you with the solution itself. You got the overview of what concept they are following. So for this there is one statement, guys. What statement I use in inter or foundation, same in study mat, but little bit here and there they change. I will prepare one big statement. For both relative capital method and maximum loss method, statement is the same. What will change is the working note. Okay. So therefore you get some uniformity for exam. ICA 100% allows this. Don't even worry. So I will prepare a statement like this. Big one, particulars. Then I will write cash in hand. Okay, cash in hand. Then I will write, after writing cash in hand, how many columns? It's a statement. It's a statement. How many columns to open? How many our liability is there? Open that many columns. Okay, if question asks 10 liabilities, 10 columns. Exam they won't ask like that. Here how many liabilities? Creditors and A's loan. Between those two, whom you will pay first? So write creditors first. Next to whom you will pay? I will pay A's loan. After paying creditors and A's loan, next to whom you will pay? I will pay partners. Who are the three partners here? A, B, C. So I will write A, B, C. One column for A, one for B. This is my number of columns. In both the methods, whether it's maximum loss or relative, okay, same steps. If space is not there, you turn the book like this. That's why in ICA one sum they were done like that, just to scare you. The idea is, when the minute you saw this, ayo, what is this? You will get scared. Okay, this is how you create your template. Particulars, cash in hand, then liabilities in the order. First creditors, then A's loan, then ABC. Okay. So I will prepare one table like this. Let's do it together. Of course, my handwriting will be little, You already by now guessed it, but try to manage, get the numbers. First, let me write whatever the balance available. Okay, opening balance as per question. As per question, what is the cash? 500. Help me out, guys. You have the book, so you will tell me values. Those who are online, we are solving new syllabus study mat illustration 7. From where they got this question? Same question, CA Inter. Inter I used to solve, no for foundation. Okay. So creditors is how much? 2000. Ace loan 5000. ABC 15,000. 9,000. You fill all the opening balance. That is the first step. For this, how much marks you will get? 0. Nothing. Now only we are starting the sum. Okay. Fine. Next, before the installment itself, I will use the cash I have. I can use the cash and make the payment, guys. Correct? So first I am going to write under this. Utilization. Like this, we'll write multiple times. First I am using the cash. This cash minus 500. Who will take? Creditors. So creditors also minus 500. Rest everything hyphen. Next I will write 2. Balance after cash in hand paid. Particulars should be big, guys. You have to explain what is happening. Here it's little small, but little bigger. Okay. Always it's big. Balance after cash in hand. So after paying the first 500, what you have? Cash is 0. Creditors became 1500. Rest is the same. So write again and draw one line. Are you following up? So first 500 is given to my creditors. Super. Next, quickly, guys. Next, what is happening? In the question they told there is a installment. First installment how much? 1000. So next point number 3. First installment. How much, guys? 1000. So in cash in hand column I will write again how much? 1000. This 1000 who will take? Creditors. So I am trying to mix two columns. I am writing here itself minus 1000. Are you following up? This cash is given to creditors. No sir, I want to write detail. Next line I will write installment of 1000 paid to creditors. Okay, so I will write first installment collected and paid to whom? Creditor. Explain what you are doing. First installment collected and paid to creditor. Next item. Very good, super. Balance after? Excellent. Balance after first installment. Again draw one line. Like this every installment I should do. Okay. Balance after first installment. Cash became 0. Creditors is 500. Remaining items copy paste because I am yet to go there still. Following, guys. It's lengthy and easy. Lengthy and easy, but you should not make small mistakes. Here and there small mistake gone. Balance after first installment. Next you are getting what, guys? Second installment. How much? 3000. So I will write here. Second installment. How much? 3000. Who will take this 3000? Creditors will take first 500. Then balance 2500. Who will take? Ace loan. That's it. So second installment paid to creditor and Ace loan. That's it. Second installment paid to creditors and Ace loan. Next item you can guess. What is it? Super. Excellent, guys. Balance after second installment. After second installment, again draw one line. You write the balance. Cash will become 0. Creditors is 0. So it will be 0 for rest of the sum. Okay. Here it will become 2000, 15,000, 18,000, 9,000. Till here if you do, you will get half mark, 1 mark, 1.5. Depends on how many installments you finish. Next, next installment is 3,900. Here only we have to be little cautious. Second, third installment. Third installment 0. Sorry, how much? 3,900. Creditor 0. Ace loan 2,500. Don't pay partners yet. Don't pay partners yet. Hyphen, hyphen, hyphen. Okay, so 2,500, correct. In the question they also gave, so how much cash is left now? 1,400. Okay, 1,400. We missed one small thing, we will do it now. Paragraph below, can you see? Expense of realization was expected to be 500, but ultimately amounted to be only 400. That means this expense I should do in the first installment itself. Sir, what is expense of realization? Broker. Say I am selling all the assets. One agent will tell, sir, I will find the buyer for you. His broker expense, correct? So broker told how much is fee, sir. So in the starting he told he is going to charge 500, but later amounted to only 400. But initially I thought how much it is? 500. So I will do less expense. How much, guys? 500 also I should do. Less expense 500. This inga panna kodadu actually. Enga pannu? First 500 cash irukla adla pannu. Are you following, guys? Correct. You are absolutely right. So I have to give this expense first. Then only I have to give creditors. Then only I have to give whom, guy? Ace loan. Are you following, guys? Is it going to impact my answer? No. I am doing in third installment. You should have done in the first installment. Are you following, guys? Okay. Now again I will write 8 or whatever. Balance after which installment? Third installment. Now be little careful because there is some balance now. Full cash use panna. Look at this. I got 3,000 in our sum. In our sum, I got 3,900. Ace loan I paid how much? 2,500. Expense I missed over there. So now I am giving expense. How much? 500. So how much balance is left? 900 is left. Are you following, guys? This na starting liye panna evalu balance. Adhe 900 now. See, na starting liye panna. This 500 will anyway become 0. Still I will keep paying. I will be left with how much? 900. 0, 0. What is Ace part? Ace thing? 15,000. B. 18,000. 9,000. Till here have you all understood, guys? Really sure understood. What is the meaning of this? Understood? What is the meaning of this? After paying all the expenses and creditors, liabilities, let me repeat. After paying all the expenses and liabilities including creditors, etc., I am left with 900 rupees. But partners want how much? 15,000, 18,000, 9,000. This is after which installment? Third installment. Now come here. See, I know that in the fourth installment you are going to get 6,000. I know in the fifth installment you are going to get some 20,000. But can I predict the future? Nobody can predict the future. Correct? So as of today, I have with me 900 rupees. I will assume that this is the last rupee. I will assume after this, I will not get any money. So I am left with 900, but I have to pay the partners 15,000, 18,000, 9,000. Whom should I pay how much? What ratio? What ratio, guys? Show how at each stage cash received will be distributed between the partners. Correct? That is for profit, that is for sharing profit and loss, correct? Is that the ratio for sharing the cash? Be very careful. Question la kuduthirukkan. Show how at each stage cash received should be distributed. Installment 1 is easy, installment 2 is easy. Between the partners, they share profits in the ratio, profits and loss in the ratio 2 is to 1. That means we share profits and loss in this ratio. This is cash. Can I share cash in this ratio? No. Are you following, guys? This is where the sum heats up. Okay, so here at this point only, till here, till this stage, relative capital method, maximum loss method is the same. Till here same, no change. What will change? How to settle the cash available to partners to compute this only maximum loss or relative capital. Are you following, guys? Now coming to maximum loss method. Now I will keep this statement separately. I will come down and do some working notes. Okay. Let me do working note 1. I will explain, guys. This is the new part. So far it's easy. This is the only little tricky area. Okay. How much cash I have? Can you tell me the total of capital all put together? 15,000 plus 18,000 plus 9,000. How much? 42,000 pay பண்ண வேண்டிய இடத்துல என்கிட்ட இருக்கிறது எவ்வளவு? 900 தான். I will repeat for non-Tamil students. In a place where I have to pay 42,000, I have only 900. So what is the total loss the partners are going to cumulatively share? 41,100. Correct? Correct. This loss all the partners are going to share. Who are the partners? A, B and C. So this loss, let me split between A, B, C. This is loss. For this I can use what ratio? Profit sharing ratio. So 2 is to 1. How much you are getting? 16,440. Again 16,440. 8,220. That is my total loss. Okay. Now let me prepare partners rough capital account. Okay. So partners, if you understand working note 1, next installment will become easier. So I have partners A, B, C. Now follow very carefully. According to this, the opening balance of partners is how much, guys? No, 15,000, 18,000, 9,000. This is payable to them. But according to my above working note, the loss each partner should share is how much? Loss as above. This is now loss. 16,440, 16,440, 8,220. Tell me the differences, guys. 1,440. I will tell the sign in some time. Next is this is negative. This is 1,000. $780. One second. How much are you getting? 780. That is what you would have got in the book over here. Sorry, this also is profit, correct? Okay, these two are positive, this is loss. Same numbers we have in the book, minus, plus, plus. But I have to explain the meaning of this. I'm sure you understood. Okay, what we did you understood, but let me explain. Okay, partner A should be receiving only 15,000 rupees, but his share of loss is 16,440. That means, will I pay him any money? No. There is no need to pay him any money. If I prepare a capital account, credit side will be 15,000. Debit side only I will put loss. If I put capital account loss will come debit side. How much will put? 16,000. 440. That time the closing balance will come here, 1440. This means partner should bring in money. Will he bring money? He will try. First you give me money. Why should I give money? Correct. So the meaning of this is partner A should bring in 1440, but he is not going to bring. Okay. Go to partner B. Partner B, I have to pay 18,000 rupees. If I prepare a ledger, partner B, I have to pay how much, guys? 18,000. But his share of loss is only 16,440. That means I still have a payable of how much? That means I have to pay him still 1,560. Are you getting it? Now, C, we should pay C 780. He should pay us 780. We should pay. So now can I repeat the final conclusion? A should pay the firm 1,440. I should pay B 1,560. And I should pay C 780. Is this clear for everybody, guys? Okay. If this is the case, still do I have enough money to pay B and C? No, I have only 900 rupees. B wants 1560. C wants 780. Can I tell C, okay, take 780 rupees enough? No. I have to now you tell me, guys, between these three people, 900, whom I will give? Whom I will give? A, B, C or B and C? B and C. Because A should give me. I will tell CA, nee enak kaas kudukonu, na kekla, silent 900 rupees kekada. So I will again repeat, I will say CA, according to the capital account ledger, you have to pay us 1,440. So I am not going to ask you that because I know we are in a loss stage. But 900 rupees you don't ask, I won't give it to you. Correct? Now A is saying, yeah, correct only, you are very much right. I will remain silent. Okay. Now this loss of A, because A is not giving the money, will be shared by whom? In partnership, partners share profits, joint and several. So if one partner is loss, it will be shared by the other partners. So this loss I will share between the other partners. Because A is not giving 1,440, I will share his loss with other partners. Correct? In what ratio? Usually 2:1 now. Usually 2:1. You are right, 2:1. But in this method, there is a much in-depth logic. At foundation level, I don't want to go there, guys. A huge concept, huge logic. You are very right. 1440 should go to them in profit sharing ratio. But this is what loss? Capital loss. Correct. So because it's capital loss, we have a method called Garner versus Murray rule. In that rule, they are saying such a capital loss will be shared to the other partners in capital ratio. In what ratio? Capital ratio. That is the only part you should remember. Why capital ratio? You will understand when you see Garner versus Murray. Beautifully, I will explain that. Here, because it's what loss? Capital loss. So here we have to share this. So now next I will write 3. Sharing 1440 to other partners in what ratio? Capital ratio. I will tell you a quick logic. Logic is basically, this is what loss? Capital loss. See, profit loss comes on a day-to-day basis. Capital loss will be shared only in capital ratio of the partners of how much they have contributed. Well, how much B contributed? C contributed. So ratio is 2:1. This sum, fortunately, capital ratio and profit ratio is same. So in exam, by mistake, if you did 2:1 also, correct answer. Okay. So this 1440 should be shared between B and C in the ratio 2:1. How much is that? 960, 480. I will reduce the loss, add more loss. Therefore, balance payable to B and C. How much? 1560 minus 960. 600, 300. Now, this 600, 300, we have to pay or they have to pay up? We have to pay them. Total how much? How much I have? That's it. So, for computing, you take 600, he will take 300, we will do all these. Sir, if you want me to explain the same thing in ledger, basically there is nothing but one partner's loss in ledger, capital account, A, B and C A's loss is shared between B and C in capital ratio. Understood? So what I am saying, I have to pay you 1560. I don't have 1560, but A should pay me 1440. He is not paying. He is your partner. Share his loss in capital ratio. Understood logic? So 600, 300. Now go back to my statement. Here I will write 9 less partners payment. Working note number 1. This working note only is maximum loss method. So less 900. For A I will less how much? Nothing. Because A is not taking anything. B less 600, 300. For this 600, 300 only will change in relative capital method. Rest everything will remain the same. Now what you will write next? Very good. Balance after third installment. Correct? Third installment and partners payment. Partners payment. Cash is 0 here. 15,000, 17,400, 8,700. Are you following, guys? I agree with understanding of how many installments over? 3. We have 2 more installments. That means you have to do 2 more working notes. Working notes will come only when you are making settlement to partners because money is not sufficient. I will continue this ledger because I have working note. I am going below this. Okay. Have you made a note till here, guys? Everybody made a note till here? Okay, quickly. Till here if you made a note. I hope you have made a note till here. Done. Same step will be repeated 2 more times until the installments are finished. Okay. Dilli Babu is taking photo. That photo will come back to him after 1 year in Google memory. 1 year back. Done the sum. Okay. Fine. This is the working note. This same thing is there in study mat, guys. This 600, 300. Look at this 600, 300. Of course, presentation will slightly change. Whichever you understand, do and properly explain. Okay. This is the dabba. Quickly make a note. Recording students, if time is not sufficient, you can pause and write. Working note number 1. Done. Can we proceed, guys? Okay. Online, make a note. Any doubts? Put it on YouTube, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Done. Can we proceed? Okay. Next, I'll again show you in the ending. Recording can pause and write. I'm continuing this statement below because I don't have space over there. Okay. So I will write down what is next installment. 6,000 rupees. So I'm writing down whatever item. 4th installment. 4th installment. How much I received? 6,000 rupees. Creditors will be 0. A's loan 0. What is A's value? 15,000. 17,400. 5,000. 8,700. Online, one student asks a doubt. What is the heading of this statement? What will be the heading? Distribution of piecemeal distribution using maximum loss method. Piecemeal distribution for creditors and partners using maximum loss method. Clear, guys? How do you know in exam it's maximum loss method? Question will specify. Solve using maximum loss method. Okay. because we can do the same sum in other method also. Not mentioned now, you can solve in normal dissolution itself, realization account. We will do the same thing in that method. I will show the sum. Okay. Answer should be same, will be same. Okay, I will show that. Let us finish this sum. So I got 6,000 now. So now next settlement of fourth installment. Who's going to take? ABC will take who will take how much? Working note 2. Working note 2 I will write below this. So I am writing working note 2. At this point, what is the total cash available, guys? 6,000. Go up. What is the payable to partners? 15,000, 17,400, 8,700. Can you add all these three? How much? 41,000? Correct, no, it was 42,000. I paid 900. So leftover should be 41,100. If you want to cross check, irundhathu 42,000 first. Now 900 rupees I paid. So I should be left with 41,100. So what is the loss? Assuming at this point 6,000 is the last payment. After this I will not get any payment. Assuming this is the last payment. So 6,000 minus 41,100, how much you are getting? 35,100. This is the mark payable, correct? So now what I will do? I will again split this just like last time between the three partners in the ratio 2:2:1. So how much you are getting? 14,000, 40, 7,000, 20. This is the loss. What is the partner's capital? 15,000, 17,400. So again I will write particulars A, B, C. Okay. So I am going to write first balance brought down from previous working note capital or the statement 15,000, 17,400, 8,700. So working note 2 you will write how much? 15,000, then 17,400, 8,700. Loss, maximum loss shared for each party, maximum loss what you computed. Therefore balance due guys. Look at this. The meaning of this is, hey, I have to pay A 15,000 rupees, but his loss is 14,040, so I can pay him only 960. Hey, I have to pay B 17,400. His loss is 14,040, so I can pay him only 3,360. Similarly for C, 1680. Here nothing came negative. Unlike working note 1, if you remember working note 1, we got one negative which was shared, again loss by shared. Here the meaning of these three amounts is, I have to pay A, I have to pay B, I have to pay C. That means no need to apply the next step here. What is the total payable? 960 plus 3360 plus 1680. How much you are getting? 6,000. How much I have? I can pay this. No need the next step. No need that gardener's money will never, money is more means working note wrong. Okay, money is, it will either perfectly tally. If it's not tallying, one of these three numbers will be in negative. Then you have to again intercept off by using capital ratio. Like how we did here. Look at this. Here if you see, money was not sufficient. Because if I added 1560 plus 780, money was not sufficient. Money would have been sufficient if A brought in 1440. He is not going to bring in 1440. That's why this was shared between other partners as 960 and 480. This step of sharing in capital ratio is not applicable in this working note because we never got a negative. Because no partner had to pay us. Are you getting it up? Are you following? Clear? Online, if you understood, type a yes. Otherwise, I'll repeat again. Quickly make a note of working note 2, guys. Working note 2, make a note. What if it's more than 6,000? Working is wrong. Working note is wrong. It will not come. See how it will come. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you the logic. See, this is the total payable of this loss. How did you find this? This is the total payable. This is what I have. So this is the loss. That means it has to tally. So what I have to pay is 41,100. My available is 6,000. So loss is 35,100. If I split the loss, the balance should be equal to 6,000, or if it's more, then you have to intercept off. Like how we did. If it's more, you have to intercept like previous case. Okay. Understanding, guys? So now I will go back to my working note. I will write here minus A how much? 960, B 3,000, 360, 1,680. From where these values came? Working note 2. Now I will write down item 11. Balance after 4th installment. Cash is 0. Creditors and all 0. Capital of A is 15,000 minus 960. How much? 14,000. No? Sorry? 14,000. 40. 7,000. 20. What number does this represent? Balance that I have to pay to the partners, which is nothing but the maximum loss. Correct? Nothing but the maximum loss in working note 2. Why is this? How is this tallying, sir? Look at this. Look at this. Partners, what I have to pay is 14,040, 14,040, 7,020. How is this tallying with the maximum loss of this in working note 2? Because if you don't pay the partners, after this, sir. After this, I don't have 1 rupee. Then the loss A will share is 14,040. The loss B will share is 14,040 and C will share is 7,020. That is the maximum loss they will share. That's why in working note 2, this is the maximum loss shared. If this is the loss, how much I will pay only we computed. So that balance only should come. Are you getting it, guys? Okay. Next. 12th one. Last one. Final installment. Correct? Final installment. How much? 20,100. Here they gave one note. Can you see one note? That somewhere down he explained. Includes saving in expense. What is the meaning of this? You don't have to do anything extra. What he is saying, initially I thought my expense will be 500, but it was only 400. That means I got back that 100. So my actual realization is 20,000 for assets plus 100 for expense. No problem. This money also what I will do? Give the partners. So I will write here 20,100. That is how we will share the last one. Look at the previous distribution of 6,000. Same steps. Okay. Now try this last step, guys. I have 20,100. This is the payable. So I have to prepare working note 3. Working note 3. I have 20,100. What is the total of partners' capital at this point? 14,040. 14,040. 7,020. How much? 35,100. Let me explain the meaning. I have to pay 35,100. I have only 20,100. Therefore, loss that the partners have to share is 15,000. 15,000. Okay. Do I have to do this extra 100 rupees as installment 6? No. That 100 rupees is included in this. Okay. What if they have not given that 20,000 over here? See, if they have not given this note, instead if they gave only 20,000 and if they gave the same note 500 and 400, then I will reduce only 400 first instead of 500. Or you reduce 500, you add how much? 100. You make it 20,100. Effectively, you paid only 400. So 100 should be added back. Since in question they already added, we are not adjusting. Okay. Following, guys. So 15,000 rupees came. This you will split between 3. Same steps. How much? 6,000. 3,000. What is the balance of partners? 8040 40. This balance this balance we should take. Hitting any 14,000. 14,040. 14,040 was payable. 14,040 was payable. 7,020 is payable. You got the hang of it. Good. So next item will be called maximum loss. This much I can't pay. This much I can't pay. So what I can pay, balance left is 8040, 8040, 4020. What is the meaning of this? They will pay us or we will pay them off? Can you add all these three? How much you are getting? Add this 8040, 8040, 4020. 20,100. Let me repeat for A, guys. Look at this. For A, I'll be slow here. Look at this. For A, I have to pay 14,040. That is the payable after the previous installment. But I have to pay him 14,040. I have only this much, so my loss is 15,000. If I split the loss, A's share of loss is how much? 6,000. So his balance is how much? 8040. If I prepare ledger, it will be like this: 14,040 payable, 6,000 loss. Therefore, balance payable is 8040. I can pay him only 8040. Similarly for B and C, so I can pay A 8040, B 8040, C 4020. Total amount payable is 20,100, which is matching with 20,100. So I will go here and write down final installment how much? 8040, 8040, and which one? 4020 is what I will pay. And now I will write last one, balance after final installment 0, 6,000, 6,000, 3,000. Total of this is how much? 15,000. This is the loss I am not able to pay. Are you following, guys? This is what they will share. Everybody got it, guys? Okay. This is the loss. Now let me just show you. This sum was so lengthy. You got loss of A is 6,000, B is 6,000, C is 3,000. Correct? Now same sum, I am going to solve it in the same sum. Let us solve it as a normal dissolution sum. Let me prepare the realization account here itself. Okay. First you will transfer all the assets of 2 sundry assets, 48,000. I will transfer liabilities by creditors, 2,000, by A's loan, 5,000. Correct? Cash. In this cash, how much is the expense? So how much cash is left? 100. So that 100 is included here. Included here, guys. Now what is the total realization of all of this? So entry for realization of bank account debit to realization. So I will write here, by bank how much? 34,000. Can you find the realization loss? Correct. To realization loss how much? Oh sorry, other side. Hold on one second. Cash, sundry assets, cash realized so much. Sorry. After collecting this money, we have to pay these people. So the account is not yet complete. See, realization account, I transferred assets, transferred liabilities, settlement from assets. I have to pay liabilities up. So I will write here to bank how much? 7,000. Add both the liabilities. Add 2,000 plus 5,000. Now how much you're getting loss? 14,500. Realization expense is there 500. That also I will write here 2 bank because first I paid 500, then only I got back 100. So 2 bank 500. Now what is the loss? 15,000. Same as that. Are you following, guys? Now this, if you split between the 3 partners, you will get how much? 6,000, 6,000, 3,000. If I do in a normal sum, by transferring all assets and all liabilities and making payment, you will get the same answer. For doing in 4 lines, we did in 1 page. Because this is, which is correct? This one. Because at each installment, we will know what is the loss. In practice, this only will be done. In reality, if at all after clearing CA, if you get a chance to do winding up for a company, after I cleared my CA, one of the first job I got. With this sum is over, guys. Understood? If you look at this, ending will be, ending, where is that? Statement he didn't prepare. Okay, they didn't prepare the here. 6,000, 6,000, manner of 3,000. Are you following, guys? So actually after clearing, when I cleared my CA, one of the first jobs I got from Big 4 was in a team called IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy team. What the team does, which all company is going to close down, that company's assets, they will sell, pay the liabilities and pay the partners or shareholders. Now in this sum, we saw realization expense 500. For whom is that? For CA. Who is that agent who will sell the assets and pay liabilities? CA. That's another job profession for you. It's a separate vertical. We have an act called IBC Code 2016. Today, you cannot learn everything. After you clear CA, you have to specialize what you want to do. So one specialization is to be an IBC expert. That means if company is closing down, I know how to make it close well. Postmortem, you will do very well. Sell the assets. Because fight will come there, correct? Everybody will fight. For example, take Kingfisher Airlines today, guys. Vijay Mallya company. He is not paying the money, but still his flight is there. I should sell his flights, pay the liabilities. Now all the banks will fight, give the money to me. So we need a mediator, liquidator. Heard of liquidator? That liquidator is a CA. This is the work of liquidation. So maybe in articleship or post qualification, if you get chance to do this, this statement will be useful. This is what you will do. So this is maximum loss method. Understood, guys? Any? General reserve, his question is, sir, good question. Sir, what if in this question, general reserve appears in balance sheet? General reserve is profit share. Why will profit come in dissolution? General vandalu debit side la vandu. P&L loss and varum. Loss vanda I will reduce with this. Reserve will be added to capital in the same profit sharing ratio. Generally, it will not come in profit, it will come in debit side loss. This illustration 7. Exactly same thing they have done like this, guys, in the study mat, which is illustration number 6. Same thing, you will try question 6 as practice at your end later. Similar method, you will get the answer. With this, we are done with maximum loss method. Hoping you have understood. In the next part, separate 1 hour, we will do relative capital method. Thank you.